Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make yet another wooden house. Well, it's not exactly just a wooden house, it's a hybrid house. It's a mix between wood and stone. I just don't know what to call the thing. I've been referring to it as hybrid house number 1, but I don't really like that. Maybe you guys have a better suggestion for the name. You know what? It doesn't even matter what we call this thing. If you want to make it, here's what you're going to need. You will need some spruce wood, some birchwood planks. Also grab some spruce wood planks, some spruce wood stairs, some stone brick stairs, and finally grab yourself some glass pane. You may also want to grab some other stuff if you plan on doing the interior and the exterior, but really all we need to make the house are these 6 materials that we have right here. So once you have these, and once you've figured out what you want to make it, I'll be making it right here, you're going to want to kick off your house with a row of 4 spruce wood coming directly up from the ground. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you have your row of 4 spruce wood, you now want to take this 4th block, this top block, and go to the right of it by 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then connect this 8th block to the ground, just like this. Oh, and if you have a problem with OCD, like I do, you may also want to destroy this corner block and then replace it with a block that's vertical. I know, guys, I have a problem. Don't worry about it. I'm well aware. Once you have this archway shape right here, this is what you want to do next. So you now want to come to wherever the back of your house is going to be. So it could obviously be this side, or in my case, it's this side. Come to where the back of your house is going to be and take each one of the top 2 corners of the archway that you've just made and extend each one of those corners back towards where the back of the house is going to be, each by 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then just connect each one of those 12 blocks together, and then connect each one of those 12 blocks to the ground, just like this. And again, if you have a problem with OCD, you may just want to replace those horizontal blocks with vertical ones. It's okay. Everybody has their issues. Mine are just more severe and controlling. Anyway, once you reach this point right here, in which you have kind of like a 3D rectangular shape on the ground, this is what you want to do next. So we now basically just want to like trace around the outside of the top of our rectangular shape with our spruce wood. So you kind of just want to end up with something that should look a little bit like this. If you guys can see what I'm doing, you kind of just want to trace along the outside of the top of your rectangular shape. You kind of just want to beef it up a little bit, if you guys can see what I'm talking about. And from the top, it should just look exactly like this. As you can see, you've just went around it, and from the side, it kind of looks like a coffee table. You want to succeed in making a coffee table. Once you've reached this point right here, in which you've just went all around the top of your rectangular shape, once you've beefed it up a little bit, this is what you want to do next. So you now want to take each one of the 4 corners of your newly buffed up rectangle, and you want to go on top of each one of your 4 corners by 5 with your spruce wood. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And once you have your 4 rows of 5 spruce wood, you then just want to connect each one of those 5th blocks together. So just connect each one of the 5th blocks together, just going all around the outside, just forming a big giant 3D rectangular shape. So you just want to end up with something that should look a little bit like this. You just have a slightly larger rectangular shape on top of your previously smaller rectangle. Instead of having like a table, we kind of now have like an ottoman or something. Once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. So come to either the front or the back of your house. It really doesn't matter which one. We have to do the exact same thing on both sides. Once you're on either the front or the back, come all the way up to the top and locate this block right here. Can you guys see the one that I'm talking about? This one that I have highlighted? On top of this block, place a spruce wood. Then from that spruce wood that you've just placed, do 4 upper right diagonals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason that I've just done my diagonals like that, guys, by the way, is just to make sure that the spruce wood will point like vertically instead of horizontally. As you can see, oh, by the way, I should explain this. Once you've done your 4 upright diagonals from that block, you then want to connect this 4th upright diagonal all the way back down to the framework with bottom right diagonals. So if you guys can see, if you just try and do like regular diagonals with spruce wood, it doesn't end well. They're all horizontal, and as you guys know, I can't have that. It'll drive me crazy, so that's why I've got to build them up like this. This is why I've got to kind of be a bit wasteful with the spruce wood, where we're killing a lot of trees, man. So once you've formed this shape on either the front or the back of your house, you now want to form the exact same shape on the opposite side. So come all the way over to the opposite side of your house and do the exact same thing. Just place that first initial block, then do 4 upright diagonals, and then just connect it all the way back down to the frame of your house with diagonals. So you just want to end up with this shape on both the fronts and backs of your house. Exactly like that. And once you have those 2 triangular shapes on the front and back of your house, you then just want to connect each one of those top blocks together like this. Just connect each one of those top blocks together just like with a horizontal row of spruce wood, like this. Once you've done that, you now want to come to either side of your house. It really doesn't matter which side. Again, we've got to do the exact same thing on both sides of our house. I'm going to be starting on the left-hand side. I know for some reason that this is the left-hand side. And on top of the 5 top blocks, like the 5 middle top blocks of that particular side of your house, you want to stack a row of 5 spruce wood. So you can just eyeball it like this, or you can count it out and meticulously figure it out, but you should be able to eyeball it. And just place a row of 5 spruce wood on top of those 5 middle blocks, like that. Once you've done that, you now want to do this. On top of the 1st and the 5th spruce wood blocks, just go up by 2 with your spruce wood, so like that. You then want to, with your birchwood planks, do 2 birchwood planks on top of the middle of the 5 spruce wood, coming up, like so. You then want to do glass pane everywhere else, just either side of those birchwood planks. Then place a row of 3 spruce wood on top of your glass/birchwood planks, like so. Then place, oh my god, we forgot a material. How could we forget a material, guys? You know what? We've replaced the material. The material doesn't matter anymore. We're now using a different one. So you now want to place a single spruce wood block on top of that middle 3 spruce wood, like this. And then you just want to take this top spruce wood block, the one that's king of the castle, and connect it to the middle part of the house, like this, if you guys can see how that works. So just to give you guys a top view like that, and to give you guys a side view like this. This is what you want to have. This is like a side window to the house. Once you've done that on whatever particular side you're on, you now want to go all the way over to the opposite side and do the exact same thing. So on the opposite side, do your 5 spruce wood on top of your 5 middle blocks of your row like that. Again, just eyeball it. Or if you've already done the first side, of course, you can just look directly over and copy it. And then you basically just want to copy the exact same thing that you did on the opposite side. And it's actually really easy because we can just actually look directly over at the opposite side of the house and just copy it. It's right there. So just look directly over at the opposite side of your house and copy what you've done. So you just want to end up with both sides of your house just completely identical. Like so. Really, really simple. What view can we get both of those in? There we go, that's perfect. Once you've done that to both sides of your house, this is what you want to do next. So, how shall we do this? I know how we'll do this. So, come to the front of your house. You're on the front of your house now. You basically just want to do this with your spruce wood stairs. So, just place a row of spruce wood stairs that kind of like sits on the outside of the framework for the roof that you've placed. So it kind of just like sits either side of that triangular shape that you placed ever so slightly earlier. Once you've got your first layer of stairs, you now want to add another layer of stairs that just like overhangs the front of the house by 1 row. Just with your spruce wood stairs, just do that. Just have it overhanging the front of your house by 1 row. Like this. You now want to take out your stone brick stairs, and then you just want to add a layer of stone brick stairs that will further overhang the front of your house just by one row like this. Just add a layer of stone brick stairs that overhangs the front of the house by one row. Exactly like that. And you know what, guys? I thought we were going to get away with it, but we actually do need this material. I can't believe I forgot about this, but you're also going to need some regular old stone bricks. So if you could grab those, we can now continue on. So once you have your stone bricks, you now just want to place 2 stone bricks in those positions there, just like connecting the 2 sets of stairs that you've placed at the top, like this. Once you've done that, we now basically just want to place upside down stairs underneath the 2 rows of stairs that we've just placed. So underneath the spruce wood stairs, obviously place upside down spruce wood stairs, and underneath the stone brick stairs, obviously place upside down stone brick stairs. So you just want to end up with something that should look exactly like that. Very simple. And once you've done that on the front of your house, you now want to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the back of your house. So come all the way to the back of your house and basically do the exact same thing. So just, first of all, next to like the framework of the roof, just place a single layer of spruce wood stairs like that, just like next to the framework of the roof, preferably the right way up, that'd be really nice. There we go. Then add another layer of stairs, like just hanging over the, well, in this case, the back of the house by one row, like this. So just add a layer of spruce wood stairs that overhangs the back of the house by one row like that. Then take out your stone brick stairs and then just add yet another layer of stairs that overhangs the back of the house by one row. So you just want your most outward row of stairs to be stone bricks, just like this. And of course you then just want to place the 2 stone bricks at the top like that, and then just do your upside down stairs. So do your upside down spruce wood stairs underneath, well, your spruce wood stairs, and do your upside down stone brick stairs underneath, well, your stone brick stairs. And once you've done that, you just want to end up with something that should look exactly like this, identical to the opposite side of the house. Once you've got those taken care of, we can probably move on to the next bit. You know what, we should probably just take care of the roof. It'd probably be easier for us. Shall we do that? Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. So come to either side of your house. It really doesn't matter. We're going to start at the bottom of the roof first of all. First of all, you're basically just going to want to take out your stone brick stairs and just do a layer of stone brick stairs in line with the top of the framework of the house. So you just have to knock out those 2 spruce wood stairs on the left and right hand side and just replace them with stone bricks. Exactly like that. Once you've done that, the rest of the roof is kind of easy to figure out. So you then just want to take out your spruce wood stairs and then you just kind of want to build up the rest of the roof. The only tricky bit is kind of like building around. It's kind of like building around the 2 little window sections on the side of the house. So this is how it wants to work. You kind of want to like wrap around and kind of like conjoin with the window sections of the house, if that makes sense to you guys. So you kind of want to do this. Can I show you guys this? It's probably kind of going to be easier for me to just kind of do it and then show you guys how it's supposed to look. So if I could just do one side for you guys and then show you how it's supposed to look, it'd probably be easier. So the way that this is going to work, that kind of conjoins there. Then we've got the stone bricks here. And then we'll actually be destroying all of the spruce wood at the top and we'll be replacing it with stone bricks. But what we want to have, just to show you guys half of it, is something which should look exactly like this. Can you guys see how the roof kind of works with the window? It kind of like, it wraps around. The bottom kind of conjoins, but when you get high enough, it kind of wraps around. Let's see if we can do the other half. Let's see if we can make that a little easier to see. So we just kind of want to just build up the roof in a fashion that just, it doesn't intrude with the inside of the house. The roof just kind of wants to wrap around and kind of just connect with the little outward windowed sections. So we just want to have something which should look a little bit like this. And again, I'm sorry guys, it's kind of really difficult to explain, but hopefully it's a little easier to see what you have to do. As you can see, like, again, the bottom half, it kind of connects, but you just then want to kind of like run spruce wood along, and it's very much like what we did at the front and the back of the house. You just want to trace along the outside of the little triangular section that we have on this little like sticky out window, and kind of just follow its lead, if you guys can see what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's one side of the house completely finished. Once you've got that taken care of, let's go and do the other side of the roof of the house, shall we? So on this other side, again, you just want to start off with a row of stone brick stairs just in line with the top of the framework of the house. So you just have to destroy the pre-existing spruce wood and just replace it with stone brick stairs, and then you just want to build up the roof again. So maybe it's easier to start with this little windowed section. If you start on the windowed section first, maybe it is a little more simple. I mean, you can then just do the little bit that needs doing, and then you can kind of just move on to the main part of the roof. So basically, just want to have something which should look a little bit. Once we've finished it, without the stone bricks, I'll show you it without the stone bricks. You just want to have something which should look a little bit like this. Is that easier to see without the stone bricks? Is it a little easier? I mean, I guess it's not difficult. I might just be anticipating it. I might be overrating it. I don't think it is difficult whatsoever. I think it's quite easy to see what you have to do. And you might just have to come to the interior here, as you guys can see, and you might just have to replace certain blocks with like either spruce wood, or if you wanted to get crazy, you could use like birchwood planks here if you wanted to instead. You basically just don't want any holes in your house. So just to look from the outside now, you can see a little bit of birchwood there. That is not a good look, so we will go with the spruce wood stairs. But in actuality, what we've just done there, I've just realized we've destroyed key components of it. We'll have to fix it from the inside rather than the outside. We'll have to add little bits like just behind here. So we'll just have to come here, and again, this is where I'm being a bit silly. You could just place birchwood there, or you could place some spruce wood, and it doesn't really make a little difference what you want. You can only see like a quarter of a block of it anyway. And of course, once you've got the main roof taken care of, you then just want to add the nice little bits on the end. You just want to add like the layer of stone brick stairs and upside down stone brick stairs, and of course the single stone bricks to kind of connect everything together. And once you've got both sides of your roof taken care of, the only things that we have left to do, we may as well take care of them whilst we're up here. You just want to destroy like the spruce wood that we had like connecting everything together in like the giant cross shape or the giant plus shape that we had. Destroy the spruce wood that was there and replace it with stone bricks. So just now connect everything together with stone bricks. It just makes it look a little bit nicer like this. Just like that. And once you've connected everything together with stone bricks, you then just want to take out your stone brick stairs, and you just want to place a single stone brick stairs at like the apexes at each one of the ends of your roof. So you just want to place a single stone brick stair in these positions, if you guys can see what I've just done there. Just like on the end, at the apex, you just want it to look a little bit like that. And those are all of the roofs completely taken care of. Probably the hardest part of this house. Not probably, definitely the hardest part of this house completely done. So once you've got that taken care of, we can now move on to the rest of it. So first we'll do the front, then the back, then both sides, then we'll be done. The way that I'm going to do this, guys, is I'm just going to do what you actually have to do. Then I'm going to show you guys the end result of it. Then you guys will hopefully be able to do it for yourself, and then that's just how we'll do things. Because honestly, guys, if I try and explain any of what I'm doing, it's just going to end up a disaster. It really will. Like that little bottom section of the house that I just did, I wouldn't be able to put that into words, not even slightly. The best hope of us doing this is if I just completely take care of the front of the house and then show you guys what you have to do, and then you guys can just copy it from there. And trust me when I tell you that this is the easy way. So this is what you want to have for the front of the house. This is the base of it. There is actually a little bit more. Completely ignore the tweeting bird. It escaped into the room. I'll take care of it later. This is what you want to have as the base of the front of your house. It is going to look a little better than this once it's finished, trust me. We do have a couple of amendments, but this is what you want to have as a foundation. So pause the video if necessary, apply everything you see on the screen, and once you've applied it, press play, then we can move on to the next bit. So once you've got this taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So now we basically just want to add a rectangle onto the front of our house, just like in front of the house. On the front of the house, we want to add this rectangular shape with our spruce wood. So you just want to end up with something that should look like this. If you guys can see the position that it's in, it's actually quite easy. It's like one block higher and one block inwards in relation to the second floor framework, and then it does kind of just intrude with the top floor framework. It's kind of just like sat below the triangle shape that we have at the top of the house. Once you've added the rectangle, you then want to add a vertical row of spruce wood, just like on top of the rectangle, like that, to give you like an upside down hammer shape, like this. And once you've done that, we can now add the finishing touches to the front. So you then just want to knock out these 3 middle blocks, replace them with glass pane, like that. You then want to add quite a bit of stairs actually. There's quite a few spruce wood stairs that we have to add about the place, and I'm just going to add them all in and then show you guys, because really, again, it's just the best way. It really is. So you then, once you've done your spruce wood shape, you just want to add your spruce wood stairs in these positions. Can you guys see what we've done? We've added quite a bit of spruce wood inside the rectangle. We've also knocked out the 2 bottom corners, and then we've also added some around the entrance and just like either side at the top of the rectangle. So again, pause this video if necessary, apply everything you see on the screen. Once you've done that, we can now move on to the next bit. So that is the entire front of the house completely finished. Once you've got that taken care of, we can now move on to the back of the house. And on the back of the house, we're actually going to be doing something almost identical. The only difference is the little bottom section at the back of the house is slightly different, just because we don't have an entrance here, which doesn't mean to say that you can't have one. If you wanted a back door to the house, you could just completely copy the front side of the house and just have like a back door here. But I'm just going to, again, I'm going to do the exact same thing, the exact way that I just handled the front of the house. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the back of the house. I'm just going to apply the base layer here, and then I'm just going to show you guys what it should look like. So I'm just going to add all of the necessary things here. Here we go. So there you have it. This is what you want to do as a base for the back of the house. As you can see, very, very similar to the front, except for that bottom section. That bottom section is ever so slightly different. Much more simple, actually. So that is what you want to do to the back. Pause this video if necessary, of course, apply everything that you see on the screen to your house. Once you've done that, we can now move on. So we now have the fun of adding our spruce wood rectangle onto the back of the house. And like I said, it's kind of easy to see where you have to place it. It's like 1 block higher and 1 block inwards in relation to the outline of the second floor of the house. And then you basically just want to have it intrude onto the top row of the framework of the house, and it just wants to sit underneath that triangle there. And then you just want to connect the top of your rectangle to the roof of the house, just like that. And once you've got your spruce wood added, we can now add in all of the other details. So we knock out these 3 middle blocks, replace those with glass pane. We now want to knock out the two bottom corner blocks of our spruce wood rectangle, replace those with spruce wood stairs. Add spruce wood stairs in every single one of the corners of our spruce wood rectangle. Add two spruce wood either side at the top of our rectangle, just in the middle like that. And what you want to end up with is something that should, in total, look exactly like this. Not too difficult, I think. If you just break it up into two stages, I don't think that you guys have. I don't think you'll have too much trouble doing that for yourselves whatsoever. So, pause this video if necessary. Once you've applied everything that you see on the screen, we can now move on to the final sides of the house. So come all the way over to, again, really any side of the house, left or right, the two remaining sides. We've got to do the exact same thing on both sides. And again, the way that I'm going to do this, I think, guys, I'm going to just do it and then show you guys what it should look like. These final two sides are these are the easy sides. It's very simple. There's very little to do. It's not too technical whatsoever. So I'm going to do it, and then again just to show you guys the end result of it. It really is the easiest way. I figure it's got to be. If I try and explain each one of these individual block placements, it's going to take literally an hour. So we'll just do this. So that's the bottom section, but we're also going to take care of the top section here. The top section is actually quite easy. It's kind of just like an extension of the bottom sections. So I'm going to do it, and it's taking a little while, guys, but you've just got to bear with me whilst I do this. There is no faster way, otherwise I'd be doing it faster. So if you'll just give me a moment. There we go. Here we are, we've just about finished it now, and I will point something out about this upper half of this side, and both sides as a consequence, because they're obviously identical. So this is what you want to have on either side of your house, both left and right. Pause this video if necessary, apply everything that you see on this side, and then do the exact same thing to the opposite side. But what I was saying, on the second half, the upper half, as you can see, it's slightly unbalanced. You've got those two rows of birchwood planks, and it is a little off balance. We're going to be taking care of that a little later on. There is supposed to be that much space, so once you've taken care of that side, as I said, just do the exact same thing on the other side. And just as with the roof, actually, once you've got one side taken care of, the other side really does become quite simple. So just copy exactly what you have on that side. I mean, you've even got the opposite side of the house to look at and copy from just as you do this. It's a beautiful thing, really. So let's just get this done. So this is the lower half taken care of. Let's move on to the upper half now. So here, 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 here. Oh god, that makes placing the spruce wood so much easier. Once you can actually see where you've got to place it. And of course I placed it wrong, because I'm an idiot. In one breath I say it's easier, then I tell you that I've just placed it wrong. Silly me. Silly me. Measured it ever so slightly wrong. These other ones are right, though. Well done me. You know, 1 time out of 10 I managed to get something right. I'm proud of myself, I really am. So we've just got that layer of birchwood planks, and then there's ever so slightly more to do after this side is done, guys, but really it's just a minimal amount of work that we have to do. So this is what both sides of your house wants to look like, both left and right. Once you've got that taken care of, and again, pause this if necessary if you're working on either one of those sides, and then hit play. Once you've got those taken care of, we can now move on to the final touches. So we now want to take out our spruce wood stairs once more, and you kind of want to do this. Come to the front of your house, and you want to place upside down spruce wood stairs starting in this position, like on the front of your house, and you kind of just want to have like upside down spruce wood stairs kind of just like wrap around the side of your house, and then like conjoin all the way at the back of the house like this. Let me do the other side here. So starting here, upside down spruce wood stairs, and then just have it wrap around the side of your house and like conjoin with the front. So you kind of want to have this, if you guys can see exactly what I've done there. And it looks kind of cool, doesn't it? It improves it a little bit, and like I said, it kind of like evens out the side. It makes everything symmetrical. So once you've added those two sets of spruce wood, we now just have a little bit more to add. So just underneath, like the corners of our house, you just want to add like upside down spruce wood stairs again, just kind of like underneath like the second story of our house. Just add upside down spruce wood like this, just to kind of like edge those corners off a little bit. I don't really know how to say it other than that. I mean, can you guys see what I've done? Of course you can. I think that's fairly obvious what you have to do. And once you've done that, you've actually fully completed your house. The last thing that you might want to do, you might want to go all the way around your house, and you might want to make sure that all of the spruce wood, like this here, you might want to make sure that all of the spruce wood is actually facing the same way, as it does look a little bad. I'm not the only one that thinks this, right? Am I the only one that thinks this? Am I the only one that's mental? I hope not. So I'm just now fixing all of the spruce wood, making sure that if it's not, I just don't want it showing. I don't mind if it's like horizontal here, to be honest with you. I don't want it showing. I don't want it to be obvious. So I've just went all around the house, and I've just replaced all of the spruce wood, making sure that it's all placed the right way. And this is exactly what you want to have once you've finished that. Doesn't that look cool? Is this not a cool house? This is my favourite view of it. I like this. It looks as though it's got a lot going on from this view. So, guys, what I'm now going to do, since we've completely finished the tutorial for the house, I'm now going to whip away for just a second. I'm going to mess about with the interior slightly, just to show you guys what it'd look like with an interior. And I'm also going to add a little bit of a garden, and I mean a tiny garden. So, if you want to stick around, I'm going to make those adjustments, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, so as you might be able to tell, I have done a little bit of work to the outside of the house, and I've done a tiny little bit to the inside as well. Let's take a look, shall we? We will start with the interior, as I have done the least amount of work here. I've basically just ripped up the ground floor, added in a couple of levels, added in some stairs, and I've lit it up a little bit as well. I have used spruce wood planks for the flooring material. I wanted to keep like a wooden theme going. Usually, I would quite simply use black stained clay for everything floor related, and I should probably make a house out of it at some point. I could probably manage it. Usually I'd just use that for everything floor related, but I kind of wanted to keep this feel going, the wooden feel. So this is a ground floor, the most confined, the least spacious. This is the second floor, probably the most roomy. I don't know what I was doing with the stairs there. For some reason, glass pane just doesn't seem to fit this house. And this is the top floor. Maybe even a lot more confined than the ground floor, actually. They're probably competing with each other. Actually, this one feels a little bit more open. It might be the larger windows, but you've got three levels, three pretty decent sized levels looking from the outside in. You don't think that you've got too much room, but probably a little more than you might expect looking from the outside in. It's kind of like the TARDIS. There's a little bit more room than you might imagine. So this is the inside, not really too much to say, and I don't have too much to say about the outside either. As you guys can see, I've kind of went for like a cabin in the woods vibe with this house, kind of like an unkept, broken path around the house. We've got the weeds growing, the garden is in disarray, there's no hedge, there's no fence or anything like that. There's just a couple of lanterns, those are supposed to be lanterns, up front. Nothing special, kind of like a homemade sort of thing, otherwise I would have used the redstone lamp. It's kind of got that weird little vibe, hasn't it? Just looking at the house, it kind of sets the mood. Equally so, you could put a really fancy looking garden, make it nice, bright and beautiful and all that, but decided to go with this. It's kind of like a dark, kind of like a witch's house or something, except it's not made of chocolate. So this is the house in its entirety. If you put a little bit of work in, that's what you can sort of expect. That's probably the least amount of work that you could put into it, what I've done there. I've really not spent too much time on it whatsoever. I don't know why I wanted to go with a bit of this sort of vibe rather than the usually like really nice and presentable looking house. But this is Hybrid House 1 in its entirety. Hopefully you guys like this thing. Let's take the UI off, shall we? Let's see if we can get a nice a nice view of this thing. Let's see if we can get a diagonal view. So this is hybrid house number 1. Hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully you enjoyed making it if you did. Hopefully you want to make it if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I've got a couple of more ideas for these types of houses. I've already made one more of these. I really like it. I hope you guys do as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.